Previously on Gerald Wright.
Peace.
What? Wait. Peace?
And now, the conclusion.
Oh, hey, buddy.
What's
Today,
up, buddy?
we back on this motor. So right now, I'm really painted it green. Yep. Right now, I'm drilling out the holes for the spark plugs. Now that I got that done, I'm gonna go ahead and work on this exhaust manifold. The exhaust manifold. Now this rod was a little thicker than I wanted it to be, but I didn't have any in the size that I needed. Wait, hold on. This is my favorite part.
Only you can prevent.
Don't play with fire. Yeah, don't play with fire. So when I get the right size rod,
Nobody
I'll
care about
probably
what you're
replace
talking
it
about.
later on in the future.
Only you.
So I used the lighter to heat up the rod so that I could bend it. You know what I'm saying? And I made a lot of U's because that's the basic shape that I need.
This ain't the Wheel of Fortune.
And from there, I just bent them to fit. You didn't hear me, huh? Yeah, I heard you. Oh. So now I'm making the flanges so that I can attach everything and make it look like, you know, like it's supposed to look. I'm using this thin rod, this small rod, for the bolts that are gonna bolt the flanges together. But it's just for looks, you know what I'm saying? Oh, really? So it's just for looks, huh? Yeah. It's not really gonna bolt the flanges together? Why you always be saying stuff, man? You be talking for no reason. If you heard me, it was for a reason. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I'm still hooking these flanges up. Focus. Oh, okay. It's starting to look like something now, huh? Hopefully it's starting to look like a turbocharger. Yeah, it looked like something. That looked like an octopus. Oh yeah? Well, it's not. All jokes aside, it do look like an octopus. Thanks. So this is basically what I'm working with. Basically, you know, without the paint. This is you know, the turbocharger and the exhaust manifold. You know, pretty much complete. Pretty much. Enamel versus acrylic when it comes to rubber. What is this? I mean, it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's just a test. Okay. To see what paints will work on rubber. Ah. Now I'm gonna try the enamel paint, cause this is the only chrome trim paint that I got. I had an acrylic, but it went bad. Shout out to Heisenberg. So if you get the testers, you know, the enamel, they got the red label, and the acrylic got the blue label. This is the acrylic. It's a rust color. Like I say, I don't have no chrome in the acrylic. I just got the chrome in the enamel.
Eventually.
Alright, so the acrylic side is dry. Okay. Now the chrome side, that's the enamel. It's still tacky, as you can see. So that's a fail. The enamel will not dry on rubber. So if you paint on white walls or anything on your tires, you gotta paint some white walls. You gotta use like an acrylic. That'll work best. Let me write that down. Now, since I'm gonna need the chrome anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and paint over this acrylic. Use the acrylic as like a primer or whatever. Okay, so you go put the enamel over the acrylic. I got you. The chrome, the enamel on the rubber is still tacky. Yeah, I figured that. But the chrome I painted over the acrylic, perfect. It's dry. It even looks better. Now I got a photo etch engine detail sheet, and I'm gonna use the fan for the alternator as my turbines for the turbos. Oh, okay. So that's what I'm doing now. Let's do it. And this is what we're working with so far. Oh, now I see what you was talking about. Yep. These brass tubes that I'm getting ready to put on. What about them? Over the turbines. When I paint the turbocharger chrome, I paint over those tubes. Why would you do that? And it looked alright, I guess. It looked awful. But it was just too much chrome for me. So I ended up pulling those tubes off and replacing them with some more brass tubes. but unfinished. So it's a brass. You know what
color,
that remind me of? With the chrome, and then the rust in the back. What did you say? Huh? Nothing. Anyway, I'm going over the exhaust manifold with the rust kit primer. Then I'm gonna go over with the iron, and I'm gonna put a little rust on it. You gotta have some rust. I thought you said you was gonna paint them chrome. Yeah, we just not at that point yet. You gotta be patient, homie. Now these pliers I got a little while ago from Micro Mark, and they come in real handy. It's tube cutting pliers. You put your tube in there and then you just cut.
Yeah, they work pretty good.
So you got the slice in the middle, and it works really great. You get a straight cut all the time.
You said they work great.
I recommend those to anybody that mess with the brass tubes. They come in real handy. Oh, really? Speaking of handy, I noticed you got a band-aid on your finger right there. That's not a band-aid, that's jewelry. So don't worry about that. Okay. If I didn't know any better, I would think that you was trying to figure out those pliers.
Huh?
And they wasn't tube cutting pliers. They turned out to be finger cutting pliers.
Really?
They're not finger cutting pliers.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, so now you can see inside the tube, you see the fan or the turbine. That's the tube that I'm gonna take off and replace. But yeah, this is what we're working with. So that's the green motor. Yep, that's the motor. So it's pretty dirty right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did the black wash on it, and I gotta do it again for the top part.
Yeah, that do look a little untouched.
Too fresh looking. And this part right here is gonna sit on top, but I'm gonna add some stuff to it so that I can attach the tubes
Oh man, I
from
see
the turbochargers
All right.
into it so that they can shoot it straight
The
into the motor.
turbochargers.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at you.
And this is what we got so far.
Got it wired up.
I like it.
Huh.
You know,
Look good.
I think the turbochargers came out pretty good to be
For sure.
totally,
For sure.
you know,
Homemade.
custom. Just had different things. And here go that top part. I went ahead and modified it.
Let's see what we're
Painted
working
it
with.
black.
Huh.
See
Okay.
those it'll be a tube coming from this part to that part,
Okay.
and then a
And then
tube
that
coming
one
from
goes-
this part to that part.
Right.
And then in the back,
You know, I'm
That's
starting
the
to see this in
exhaust.
my head now.
so I got to figure out
Couldn't
where I
quite
want my
understand where you was
exhaust
going, but
to
I
come
got it
out
now.
at. You know, a lot of rat rods, they got it going straight up the middle,
That's looking pretty good.
out the top, just in the air. But I don't know. I got to figure that out too. So here go the engine. It's almost complete.
Wait, didn't you say this was the conclusion video?
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
Well, there you have it. So
It is what it is.
like, comment, subscribe.
Yep. I appreciate all that.
We do appreciate it.
And see you next time.
Peace.